Hello people, welcome back to the Holy Grail Dev channel. Today we'll be talking about Flutter and how Flutter is used to create Internet of Things applications. So before we begin, we need to understand what the key concepts are, which are Flutter and then Internet of Things. So first of all, what is Flutter? Let's dive right into it. Now, Flutter is an open source framework developed by Google. It is used to create multi-platform applications from a single code base. Fun fact, Flutter started in 2015 under the name Sky at the Dart Developer Summit. So this is how Flutter remains cross-platform. Flutter uses its own component. It does not use the native OS component or the component in the native OS. So when you instruct Flutter to create a button, Flutter creates that button, uses its own button component. It doesn't instruct the underlying OS, be it Android, iOS, or whatever, to render that button. This allows Flutter to remain consistent across all platforms. Next, let's talk about the Flutter architecture. The Flutter architecture consists of three main layers, which includes the embedder, the engine, and the Flutter framework. The embedder is platform specific, which means that each and every operating system has a different embedder. So the embedder serves as the main entry point into the operating system and provides access to various services in the operating system, like the message event loop, the input services, the accessibility, and many more services. Next is the engine. The Flutter engine is at the core of Flutter. It is written in C++ and provides low-level implementation of Flutter's core APIs like Dart runtime, text layout, and graphics. Now, the Flutter engine is exposed to the Flutter framework using the Dart UI API. The Flutter framework is what developers are exposed to. It is written in Dart and it contains various components like the material and component designs, the widgets, the rendering layer, animation, painting, gestures, and the foundational libraries. There are many reasons why you should use Flutter to build IoT applications. First, it is cross-platform, meaning you can build an application for multiple platforms like Android, iOS, Linux, Windows, using a single Flutter code base. How lovely is that? It also has the hot reload feature, which allows you to update code and see changes instantly without losing state. This increases the productivity of developers and also makes the development cycle much more quicker and less costly. I also believe Flutter is fairly easy to learn compared to other frameworks. Imagine if you learn Flutter, you can actually build applications for Windows, for Linux, for Android, for iOS, for web, and many more platforms without needing to learn the platform-specific native languages, So it's actually a very cool and beautiful tool. Flutter has a very, very huge community and the community keeps growing. So if you are stuck, if you face any challenge, there's a huge community available to help you, to assist you in, getting over the challenges or the hurdles that you come across. And as at 2nd January 2022, the community had 44.9k followers. One lovely thing about Flutter is that it can be easily deployed to the various platform-specific stores like App Store and Play Store. If it's web, you can easily deploy that on any hosting platform. So it's very easy to use for your IoT application, since you can deploy it and have your IoT applications access it via an endpoint or an API or whatsoever. One major downside of Flutter is the large app size. Flutter apps tend to be bigger because they have to include the Flutter engine, the framework, the libraries and other resources to be able to run. It has a lot of packages now for IoT. One of them is Flutter Blue, which is a Bluetooth plugin for Flutter, and it can be used in your IoT application for serial communication. I've used this before and it was very easy to integrate in my Flutter application and also use in my IoT application. It was very seamless, very easy, very fun to use. The next one is MQTT client, which uses a publisher subscriber protocol. So you publish to a channel that the subscriber is subscribed to, so you can publish events or things that you want the subscriber to get, and fetch those events from that channel and use it in your IoT application. You can trigger actions based on the events that are in the stream or in the channel, right? So you can use this protocol in your application. This is also very easy to use. Actually, it's very popular. It's used with Mosquito, one of the very popular MQTT clients. It's also used with Google IoT platform, the the AWS IoT platform, and other platforms, notable platforms. So this is a very cool tool, and I encourage you to use it. We'll be exploring that in our later video, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be talking a lot more about Flutter for IoT in subsequent videos. So if you're interested in such topics, please subscribe to this channel, and click on the notification bell to be notified of subsequent videos. Thank you so much. Have a great day.